Good morning. Today I want to invite us to check out the the acts in our law which pertain to defamation of character, the Defamation Act. And I want you to read it with this scenario in mind. I say, how can you simply tell me to go on my yard and turn on my yard? If you tell me to turn on my yard and I have no yard, I have no kitchen, I have no fridge, I have no cupboard, I have no food in my yard, I am going to tell you to suck your mother. And you cut the footage immediately at suck your mother, eliminating what preceded it, which gave it context. And then you proceed to distribute that with a new heading. You've changed the content, you've changed the context, and now you give it a new heading that says, I am telling a specific person, and you name the person to suck their mother. You've changed the content, you've changed the context, and you've actually labeled it something entirely different. I want those people who call themselves bloggers to check that out. Because I'm not in a playing mode. You're not affecting me personally, but you're affecting our landscape and you're setting precedents. You are creating an environment within which those coming up after you will look at you as an example of what to be. This is not acceptable. I am still being bombarded by labels of cokehead, crackhead, and all kinds of things as a direct result of the original bloggers' action. Now I know that you guys are trying to boss by bossing the place. But what you do, although maybe intended for entertainment purpose, although maybe done in humor, is a real action you've done. And I want you to look at that. Now, when I put out this video, a lot of people are going to say a lot of shit, but you who did this action can't afford to be distracted by them. What you have done is punishable by law. So I want you to go look at that because the evidence is clear and time has not run out for me to come after you. So I urge you to go back and look at what you've done. Your defense against a defamation suit would be truth, and truth is not on your side. Truth would have to be evidenced in the entire clip that you cut. You'd have to present the entire video in its full form. And that video would have to show that your label is correct, and you know it is not. So I'm urging you guys to blog, or whatever you call it, more responsibly. There are enough jokes about me too. And I'll give you some jokes about me. I really don't give a... I like to see people laughing. But when you get to the part where you start to normalize bullying, no, you can't bully me. And your followers can't bully me. But you can bully other people. And you can make other people's lives uncomfortable. You can get other people fired from them job. You can't get me fired. But you can affect the lives of others negatively. And you guys often do. Stuff like this should not be taken lightly. And what you have done is wrong. Let's not get it twisted. What you have done is wrong by law. You have manipulated a video. You've manipulated statements. You cut and deliberately mislabeled statements which were very clear in their entirety. And by doing so, you misled a lot of people. And you set a precedent. It's already been done. But in each action, we set another precedent. Some of your followers have only been exposed to stuff like this for the first time. And you have put down a piece of electronic work which really has no expiry. It has no expiration. It have no expiry date. It can sit there forever. What you have created, because you created something, you did not share something. You created something new, which had an entirely different meaning from its origins. I urge you to go sit and check out the acts in our law pertaining to defamation. I have no problem with any of the jokes circulating. I love comedy. If they're funny, I like them too. If they're not funny, it's like, you're not funny. But when you're deliberately malicious, especially in a country of such, let me call it attedness, where you make people feel like them and me in a war, even though me and them not engaged at all, you have created a piece of work which has inspired aggression aimed towards me, which I sat and watched it run for days, so that there's a good enough accumulation of material out there, all aimed at me, aggressively, some even violently. And I do not have to prove harm. I only need to prove your action. And you have proven it for me. Go check out the acts in our law pertaining to defamation. And think about the label on your article. Think about it.